Welcome to another
Hey,
episode of
peace.
The Unaffiliated. We had some weird ass technical difficulties coming into this. Jamin started touching buttons prior to the show, and I refuse to let him do that anymore. It's all
Don't
Jamin's
blame
fault.
it on me. Hey, Rick. Hey, Ray. Hey, Gloria.
All right, so first and foremost, y'all, before we even get started, I've got something to say.
Good.
Okay? Process. If you are out there, reach out. I know you tried last night, but my old ass was sleeping. I'm here for you, dude. I'm like a 2-hour drive. I'm serious about that. I watched your live last night, and you got a brother worried about you, bro. Okay? We love you on this channel. You always have a home here. You were never booted. None of that bullshit. Everybody's got their demons. Everybody makes mistakes. Hell, I know I did. I sent my apologies as well. Shit happens, bro. But what happened to you is not fucking cool. You could use someone to talk to. Any one of us four are here for you. I'm
Yep.
sure they're all shaking
At
their
any
heads
time.
saying yes. We love you, bro. Okay? Reach out, man. Like I said, brother, I'm only 2 hours away. All right, with that said, we were supposed to have LawTigers on tonight. Gave them the links. Everything seemed to be fine. And guess what? They're not here. So,
He may be in court. You never know.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe his internet went out, you know. Maybe he had echoes like we did. I don't know. But as usual, we're gonna shoot the shit and just we'll get
Yeah,
through
we
it
had
like we
major
always do.
problems.
How's that new bike treating you?
Oh, it's getting there. I got almost 500 miles on it so far. So,
Where you at?
yeah, I'm at 450 something.
Come on, man. Really?
Actually, probably
you couldn't-
460 now that I
you-
came home.
You couldn't drive an extra 40 miles something one day?
Hey, man,
Yeah,
it was
man.
raining the other day. I didn't want to get wet. And I ended up,
no.
dude, what a whatty.
I ended up
Randy?
getting wet anyway. So,
Randy, I don't even want to hear it, brother. You won't even get on your bike. So look up.
Someone take
Yeah, I
Jamin's
know,
biker
but this guy here, man, he's telling me how he rides with a dirty ass bike and all this shit. Don't give a shit. Now it's like, oh man, it's different now. It's looking different now, man. It's all new and pretty. You can't let it get dirty now. Remember that?
Yeah, no doubt. So who we got in our audience tonight? I haven't looked. Evil
Well, I
Rick, what's up, man? I heard you had some fun this last week over out at Hog Rock. I think it's the same Evil Rick, is it not?
yeah.
Okay, cool. We got Gloria,
Hey,
we
John.
got Greg. We got Flossie
Hey,
over in the
Fluffy.
UK. Hey, John.
Hey,
What's
Fluffy,
up, sweetheart?
Greg.
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, the bike's too dirty to ride, man.
Right.
I'll get
lead
a
him-
hold of it sooner or later.
You can lead
Oh,
him
hey,
to
Josh,
water.
how
but
you doing,
can't-
man?
You can lead him to water, but you can't make him ride.
Right.
Right.
right?
You can lead them to the bike, but you can't make them ride.
Hey,
All right, well,
man,
hey. In all fairness, has anybody heard of LawTigers or dealt with them or?
Well, what I know about them is they work with Adam Sandoval, and I do believe they're working with Her Two Wheels too. You know, they help motorcyclists when they have accidents. As far as I know, they do DUI cases when you get one, but you know, I can't say for sure because they're not here.
Right. I know they are always posted up at rallies. I do know that.
Yeah.
I have that same little case you got there, Rob. Like, matter of fact, I keep my bike registration in it.
I personally never heard of them.
Oddly enough, the other day when I got pulled over, I didn't even have to give it to him. I just handed him my license.
Oh,
Greg's met a few of them down there at the I'm sure at the Adam Sandoval meet and greet that he has every year. Stubborn American, that's it.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Trying to get situated. I pushed the wrong button again.
Why are you even pushing buttons, man? You're
Because I'm trying to put stuff
You're
up in
one-eyed
there.
jackass. Should not be fucking pushing buttons.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
So, Ajot, I would like to know how the leg's progressing. If y'all don't know, our buddy Ajot from Texas, who's been on our show. Hey, look at this.
There he
We
is.
have
There
Law
he is.
Tigers in the house.
Right on, man.
I feel like I'm missing out on something. I need a great beard, guys.
Hey, man. Ari, how you doing? I'm Stubbs. I got J-Man. We got Shadow, and we got Randy in California there. Tell us about you, bro.
How you doing, guys? Yeah, I'm Ari Levenbaum, and I am the son of the founder and the COO, managing partner of LawTigers, which, if you haven't heard of us, we're an organization that really gets involved in all aspects of the motorcycle riding community, but ultimately we help out injured riders when they're in an accident and try to get them back on their bikes and support them in any way we can.
Right on. That's good stuff.
Right
I
on, man.
know every rally I've ever been to, I have come across one of your booths, seen your signs, seen your Facebook pages. You guys are all over the place. Tell us a little about what you're doing with Adam Sandoval.
Yeah, so that's one of our key initiatives. Really, is like grassroots marketing. My dad's founded the company like 21 years ago, and it's really based on getting out there. I'm a rider myself, as is my dad and most of my staff, and we just like to be out and about in the community, supporting events and charities, and educating riders on what to do to prevent themselves from getting in accidents and making sure they're properly insured, but also educating them on why they should call a qualified firm if and when the unthinkable happens. But that's why we do events, really, to put out product and socialize and showcase some cool bikes that I own and the company owns, and just have a good time. But Adam, actually, he and I met in Sturgis like 5 years ago. He was actually 6 years ago. He was still doing his original tour across America on a shoestring budget, and it just basically sold off all of his assets and got out the I don't know if anyone knows this, but he used to be a promoter for UFC fighting, and decided, screw it, I'm going to sell everything and hit the road. And so I had met him through my former marketing manager, Bob, who's since retired, who looks a lot like you guys. Long great guy.
This is from being old.
That's being experienced.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, there. That's better.
That's right. So anyway, he needed somewhere to stay. We put him up in our house in Sturgis, and it was the start of a wonderful, long-lasting friendship and partnership. So over the years, we've supported him, as a sponsor, but also as a partner and friend. And currently, for those that aren't aware, he's on a mission with Harley to visit 120 dealerships in 120 dealerships. I don't know if it's 120 days or not, but essentially he's going across the country in a convoy, and people are joining him, and then he's raising money for Wounded Warrior Project and giving away the motorcycle Harley gave him to give away at the end. So you got to register at the dealership, and then there's cool swag you can get. And my managers, if he happens to be going into one of the 30 states we're in, we'll visit and give out stuff and hang out. And it's just a way to raise money and awareness for Wounded Warrior, and also recognize Harley Davidson's 120 years of making amazing bikes, of which I own a number.
Now, there's a rumor that you guys are based out of my home state.
What's that, Arizona?
Are you in Utah?
Actually, no, I'm based in Arizona, but we have an office in Utah. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm actually in our corporate headquarters. I bought this building about a year ago and in the Scottsdale Air Park, and I rehabbed it. And I've got all of my inventory, because we have promotional items that we give out, like I said, in shops and events. So the managers, there's about 35 across the country, order product. And then I've got my corporate staff, some of whom are here and the rest are remote. There's about a total of 55 LawTigers team members, 35 managers in the field, and then 20 corporate team members, some of which are here, some of which are in their respective states. And essentially we just spread the gospel and support the riding community through education and, through content and charitable giving, and, just having a good time while we're doing it. Like I said, I love it. For me, it's about the culture, the community.
Yeah.
You guys are all riders, and it's just a common bond, love of
camaraderie. For sure, yeah.
How many states are you in?
Said 30.
About 30, yeah, about 30. And so the way our program works, a lot of people are kind of like, they're not sure how it works. So we are basically an organization made up of member law firms. So we've got, LawTigers is our brand name, right? That's how we market. But our association is called the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. It's a mouthful. The acronym is AMIL, AAMIL. Most riders have never even heard that word, but that's the association of which all of my law firms that are part of it are members. And currently, we've got 18 member law firms, and many of the firms own more than one or have the rights to more than one state, right? So I've got a bunch that have 2, a couple have 3 or 4. And this association is all high-end motorcycle trial lawyers and law firms. And every one of them, either the lawyer principal is a rider or some of their lawyers are riders.
Right.
And they support the local community. They'll go to trial. If a case needs to go to trial, they hire expert witnesses. They basically provide the value to clients or riders who are injured and get them the compensation they deserve. And so we basically serve as the marketing partner. We do all the advertising and marketing. And then when someone's in an accident, they call our number, and then we provide that client to the respective member based on where the person lives. So if someone gets in an accident, it doesn't matter where they get in an accident. If they live in Arizona, then my Arizona firm is going to take the case. And so that's how we operate and we meet every year, the lawyers, and we talk best practices. We share ideas, and it's really a brotherhood of lawyers representing a brotherhood of riders.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Do you guys strictly do just accidents, or I'm curious if you've reached out and helped any bikers with this whole profiling thing that we seem to have to deal with these days?
Yeah. Our primary business is personal injury, and so it's mostly motorcycle. But that doesn't mean we can't help out someone that's been in a car accident, a truck accident, a boating accident. Someone that perhaps has slipped and fallen. I mean, if there's an injury and there is a viable case, my member firms will consider it. But most of our business is really focused around helping riders and their loved ones when the rider has been injured in a motorcycle accident.
Don't take this the wrong way, but it sucks that your business is thriving because it's about personal injury.
Trust me, I'd be the first to say that, and that's why we do so much to educate riders. Like when we pass out this little wallet here,
I have one.
Holder, you have one, great, and you can get. We put these out. Awesome, I love it. We put these out at shops, events. We also do a lot of online promotions. People can get these for free. Mm-hmm. So that's why on the back we have what to do when you're in an accident. That's why inside we have our rider benefit card, which is a hit and run bike theft reward. If you call out hit and run or bike theft and it leads to the arrest and conviction of the perpetrator, we pay a $10,000 reward. We've done it twice in recent years. And that's why I have this little card here that has all the insurance recommendations so that if you do get in an accident, we hope that you're properly insured with uninsured and underinsured motorists, which is insurance to cover you if the other person that hit you doesn't have any or enough. So we do a lot of education on accident scene management, proper insurance, ways to be seen, conspicuity, meaning dressing the right way. Right. And we do a lot of stuff with public service on, looking both ways, also educating drivers on not texting and driving, checking intersections, left turns kill. So for me, it's about educating. And that's why, I'm on a board here in Arizona called Arizona Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Foundation. And we give out scholarships for helmets, scholarships for motorcycle training to get your license, and also accident scene management. So I try to give back, and my team does, because we don't want to see anyone get hurt. But if they do, we want to be there to help them if they need us. So
are you personally going to be at Sturgis this year?
Every year I ride with the hamsters, actually. I'm not a hamster. I'm hopeful that I will be one of these days. I'm sponsored to be one, but I ride with those guys, and I'm friends with a lot of them. So I go on generally their West Coast ride every year, which goes from Arlen Ness's place to Sturgis, and I'm there every year. We have a lot going on. I don't know. You guys all go yourself every year?
We've never been.
You guys got to go.
I am going this year. I'll be there for the first weekend in August. Oh yeah, Shadow has been there once.
Now, have you
So
ever,
maybe I could actually meet up with you up there because I'll be
Love-
up the first weekend.
I would love to. We actually have a booth at the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum and Hall of Fame
Okay.
on the corner of Junction and Main.
Okay.
We always have our tents. We have our inflatable on the roof. We do what's called the LawTiger Challenge, which my colleague Lionel sets up every year with Indian, where we give away a motorcycle. Last person touching the bike at the event wins it. We also do, a giveaway that's going on now, ltsturgis.com, where we're giving away 2 prize packs. Each person wins a Harley Road Glide, I believe, or Street Glide, as well as Knight Rider jewelry and Rockford Fosgate stereo equipment and some cool stuff, some cool guns and paintings from Scott Jacobs and what else? And cabin at Glen Cove. So if you want to register, by the way, go to ltsturgis.com for your chance to win. 2 people are going to win 2 different prizes, $100,000, $50,000 each prize package. And then we sponsor the Hall of Fame breakfast with 800 people to recognize Hall of Fame members. So we do a lot. Flat track race sponsorship, drags with Burt Baker. I mean, the list goes on. Meet the Masters. We do stuff every day, whether it's a charity ride, an event. But best thing to do is I'll make sure Giselle gives you my cell number.
Okay.
And would love to connect with you and any other guys on the call that want to go for a ride or just come hang out at one of the events we sponsor as one of our guests.
For sure. That'd be
Now,
fun.
I entered that sweepstakes.
Did you?
Yep, twice.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you, we've done it for 5 years, and a lot of people sign up. And once we get a winner, we promote the winner. It's a great contest. We also do a lot of local stuff, guys. Like a lot of times we'll do like contests with either the local, like the professional hockey team in a state, like we're doing one now with the Caniacs in North Carolina. We're doing one. Where else? We're doing one in Oklahoma, I want to say. We're working on one in Dallas. So we also do local bike giveaways, and just be on the lookout with our local Facebook pages for those contests as well. So we like to give away bikes, and we partner with like Revzilla, and we partner with like JP Cycle and Dennis Kirk. So yeah, we try to find partners that are willing to give stuff away. Every month we have an Instagram contest. I think we're going to do something with Trask one month, Yaffe another month. All well-known bike builders that are giving us product to give away as well. So.
That's cool, man. That's
Nice.
So where do you guys all live? Where do you all live? Just so I'm aware.
I'm in Utah.
I'm in Ohio.
Fresno, California.
And Minnesota?
Yep.
So we just launched Minnesota. Were you at Donnie Smith?
For the last 3 or 4 years.
So I'm proud to say that we took that event away from an unnamed competitive law firm. I shouldn't say competitive, an unnamed law firm out of California. I'm sure Randy knows who that is. And I'm good friends with Donnie, and him and the promoter that he works with, his partner promoter, were nice enough to let us join, and it's our first of many years supporting and promoting that event. So we're excited that we're now officially in Minnesota full time. We're in California, whole state. We're in Utah, whole state. Jamon, where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
We're not in Ohio yet, so I'm hoping that either this year or next year we'll be in that market. We need to find maybe you can help us. We need to find a lawyer that meets our criteria, that is willing to.
Lord knows he knows a couple.
Yeah. The right lawyer. So anyway, so that would be a huge opportunity for us. So once we find a law firm, we go into the market full-fledged. We start doing stuff, in the community on a regular basis. So that's the one market.
I can vouch. I can vouch. Every little bike night we have here, the LawTigers is there. The local clubs will have rides or charity events or something going on every weekend here in Utah, and LawTigers are always there, always representing.
Yeah.
So
thank you. Yeah, we've been there. I appreciate that. We've been there now about 10 years, and I've got a great team there. My VP of Field Ops, Lionel Gammon, he's based there. And then our regional director, Bill Dow, is based there. And then we also have a marketing manager, and he's based there. So we've got 3 team members that are based there. But yeah, the manager goes to shops, attends events.
are they going to Sturgis?
Lionel will be there, and Bill will be there for a week. And I think Scott. By the way, Scott is our Scott. I can't remember his last name. I'm looking at him right now. Scott is our marketing manager for Utah. Hold on, let me just find out. I feel bad. I'm blanking on his name. It's now I'm looking it up right now because I want to give him a shout out as well. Hold on, Utah. I'm looking this up, guys.
No problem.
Marketing,
No problem at all.
Utah manager.
Oh, no, Donnie Smith, he's one of them furry little animals that ride those two wheels instead of a circle.
Donnie?
Yes,
He's a legend. Donnie's
he is. He's a legend.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find out my it's funny. I'm trying to find my my Utah. Anyways, his name is Scott, and I feel bad because I'm oh, there it is. I want his last name is, what's Scott's last name? It'll come to me in a minute. But anyway, Scott's a good guy, and he's been there for a couple of years. And we do a lot of events. It's
well, the question is he going to ride up or is he going to trailer up?
So I'm riding. Lionel is riding with Bikers Against Bullies, which is a charity organization we sponsor. And he's going to ride, I think, his barnyard bike build. We're doing a 13-episode series that Gray Media, has a bunch of stations throughout the country, is airing with him.
Nice.
He found his grandfather's old bike and rehabbed it. So I think he's going to be riding that. And then Bill, I don't know if Bill will probably bring his van, but there's a reason, because Bill needs to actually visit different. When we go to Sturgis, guys, I mean, we're everywhere. We do like 15 inflatables.
Right.
We have banners everywhere. We work with like 30 campgrounds. So my managers and regionals are working every day, fixing signs, passing out product. Like I said, sponsoring Horizon events. So Bill will probably be there, but my FXR is already up at Deadwood Custom Cycle, Jason Mook's place. He just had a really good event, first annual event up there. Y'all should check out a couple weeks ago. And then, so my bike went up there with Paul, who's a good friend of mine, Paul Yaffe's bike, and they just showed it off there because I was out of town, another event. And then I'm going to ride my Street Glide in, and then I'll probably end up riding both. I'll probably ride a little bit of each one, but I'd like to take the FXR Jason from Deadwood Custom Cycle built for me, take it to maybe a couple of FXR shows. So I'm a huge FXR fan. That bike rides like nothing else I've ever owned.
That's
What do you guys ride, by the way?
I ride a Victory, actually.
Nice. Vision?
No. Kingpin.
Kingpin, very nice. Very cool. What about you?
I got an Ultra Classic 09.
Cool. Shadow, what do you got? Nice.
I got a 2011 Kawasaki Vulcan Vaquero.
Cool. Very cool.
I had an old Electric Glide and just got traded in on a 23 Heritage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brand new. It had 4 miles on it when he picked it up.
Nice. Well, the question is, how many miles do you have on it now?
450 something. I've had it a week and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got an excuse. Okay, we won't give you a hard time.
And he's had to work too the whole week, so he's barely getting time to ride it.
Yeah, we've been giving him a ration of shit, but honestly, he's doing the right thing, breaking it in the right way. So
Yeah.
He is.
Trying to.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could have stayed out of it that long.
I'm trying not to lead a lawyer.
yeah, he's trying not to be a lawyer. There you go.
That's right.
Send him a card. He might need it real soon.
I almost needed myself.
Hopefully
about a month ago. I was on. I don't know if you guys ever used to watch that Discovery Biker Build Off.
Yeah, all the time.
So
Yeah.
So my friend Paul Yaffe built in 2004 or 2005 built a bike. I think it was him against Indian Larry on this one, and it was he called
Talk
it
about a legend.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them called it Susie Q.
I remember that one.
So I own that bike now. So
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
and it almost killed me. I was riding to an event from Phoenix to it's called the Prowl Back to Basics. It's an event out in past Tombstone, and I always forget that little town. It'll come to me in a second, but it's a little mining town, Bisbee. I was riding to Bisbee on I-10 with Paul, and Paul had just restored an FXR, beautiful FXR, I think mid-'80s, early '90s. And we're going up to I-10, and I'm on Susie Q, which I just bought from another buddy. The bike's kind of gone through a group of friends, and it's a hardtail. And first time I ever rode on the freeway, and we're going on the road, and all of a sudden, I kind of see him bounce a little bit, and then I didn't have any time, and I hit this really bad pothole, and it threw me in the air. I don't remember. All I remember is being like 4 or 5 feet in the air and coming down, and my foot came down, and it broke the right foot peg. And for whatever reason, didn't crash. My foot didn't hit the ground and buck me.
Wow.
Blew it off, and it was like somebody was looking out for me. But that's
Yep.
the closest call I've ever had on.
Yeah, I ride a hardtail myself, and I know them potholes, man. They'll send you flying,
This one was
especially
bad.
if you're flying down the freeway.
Right. So I
Jeez.
got a little bit of a scare, but yeah, I mostly ride my on long trips. My 2020, we call it the Tiger Glide. It's basically a Yaffe custom street road glide. It's real comfortable and fast, so that's where I do my long distance rides on.
Well, if I don't get to meet Paul up there with you guys this coming Sturgis, at least tell him the unaffiliated says hey, and we enjoy what he does.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
I'll be happy to share that. He usually hangs out up there at Deadwood Custom Cycles because Jason Mook sells a lot of Paul's merch, kits and SRT kits and other parts and accessories. They actually call it Bagger Nation North because they sell so much stuff up there. But yeah, it's a great time. I love it. It's my annual therapy. I ride there, enjoy a week there, and it's just a fun time. If you haven't been, I recommend everyone do it at least once because
it's a bucket list, dude. I just had to. I'm bringing myself, and I got a tent at the Creekside campsite there, and I'm meeting a buddy of the show's. He's a Hell Rider. I don't know if you know the Hell Riders up there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna meet up with him and probably just hang out and just have fun. Maybe go and see Mount Rushmore because I've always wanted to. So
I do Rushmore. I would do Crazy Horse. I'd go up to Devil's Tower, a couple hours out of town where they film Close to the Third Kind. I'd go to the Baker Drags, which you'll be able to see published. Some hill climbing. That's how Sturgis really started. On the other side of the freeway there. There's a lot.
Widowmaker. And here in Utah, we used to have a thing called the Widowmaker, and that's kind of what the hill climbing thing is. Those cats are nuts, man.
I wouldn't do it. We sponsor it. I've seen it. Lionel's been out there filming it before, but yeah, I'm
a hill climbing person myself, and I love it. To tell you the truth, I'm getting old and everything now, but I used to tear up them hills, man, out here in the desert. I mean, we had some really good ones.
That's awesome.
Big giant hills I'm talking. And if you've ever been to like Monterey and stuff like that, we got a big old place out there that we used to it's a motorcycle park that we would go to, and it has like mile high climb with jumps all through it and all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool stuff, man.
Very cool. That's great. So how long you guys been a group here doing this podcast?
We've been doing this now for about a year, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not in it to get famous, to make money or anything. Our motto is if we ever do make money, we're splitting the charities. Half of it's going to St. Jude's, half of it's going to Wounded Warriors.
Nice.
Because I'm a veteran myself.
Oh, thank you for your service.
You're very welcome. No problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we just do it for fun. And having a guest like you come on, we love it. We appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah, my pleasure, guys. I always enjoy, Giselle, said to me, "Hey, you want to jump on a podcast?" And I'm like, "Great." I always enjoy talking to fellow riders. We just have that common bond of loving motorcycles and motorcycle culture. And I grew up, my fondest memories growing up as a kid were where my dad would take me to the sand dunes on our 3-wheelers, little ATCs I had, and then.
Yeah.
I grew up on a golf course, so I used to ride the ATCs on the fairways and the putting greens. I just love riding. And then I transitioned to street. And my dad and I, when he was a little bit younger, we went, up to Colorado and California. So my fondest memories, both as a youth and even in my later years, were involving, the riding of motorcycles. And now it's just not just the riding, but it's the culture and the camaraderie of being around people at different events. And last year, I went with some buddies up to Laconia. I went through the Blue Ridge Mountains and did Tail of the Dragon, and Smokies, which was an amazing experience. I recommend everyone do it. And I'm looking forward to doing some riding maybe one of these days with some of my friends in Europe. I have buddies that'll fly in, rent bikes, and they'll tour Europe on motorcycles, which to me would be an absolute dream.
Wow,
We have
that's
a
cool.
friend. We have a friend here. Her name is on here is Flossie Florence. She's in the UK, and yeah, she's a rider.
Oh, very cool.
Maybe we could get you guys connected up, and she can maybe take you on some rides out there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
She's in Nottingham.
Nottingham's beautiful. Yeah, that's in England. Yeah, I have a buddy that Jason Sims. He puts on the Chase and the Cannonball, which you've probably heard of.
Mm-hmm.
We sponsor both of those. He and I just spoke yesterday, in fact, and he's a big classic bike enthusiast. In fact, I have a WL 1943, and I have a WLA, which is the military army version of it.
Nice.
Sitting in my lobby out here, and he helped me acquire those. And they actually went to Normandy and shipped their bikes there a couple of years ago for D-Day, and I think it was 75 D-Day anniversary, and they rode around Europe on their 1940s military bikes, which I thought was
so cool.
Yeah, but if you ever have a chance to follow the Chase or the Cannonball, they take 100 bikes. The Cannonball's older bikes than the Chase, and it's a procession, and they stop in little small towns and set up events. It's a really cool.
That would be so cool to do.
Yeah, check out Motorcycle Cannonball or Motorcycle Chase.
Okay. Have you done anything with the King of the Baggers?
So I am sponsoring now one of the teams.
Okay.
One of the Harley independent teams. James is our guy, and he.
What, you can't do Indian? What the hell, man?
Well, it just so happens that that Giselle, who is my my social media manager.
She rocks, by the way.
She's incredible. She's probably watching this right now, making sure that I do everything the right way.
Hi, Giselle. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry I called you man. I was like, hey, thanks, man. I didn't know it was a female.
Giselle, put a chat in if you're paying attention. Anyway, so yeah, her good friend is I don't know if they're married or dating this racer, and so we just jumped on with a sponsorship for King of the Baggers.
Yeah.
We also have a sponsor. We sponsor Alloy Art, their team on the Bagger Racing League, BRL.
Yeah.
There's 2 different leagues. So yeah,
BRL has actually been out here in Utah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so we do both teams, and then we sponsor Enduro Cross and Arena Cross, the series, and then races. Basically, anything that's I love racing, so anything that has a racing tie-in, it's great. Hey, someone here, by the way, sent me a message. Hey, Ari, how that fast Harley running? So I think I wonder if they're talking about my road glide. You guys have some good comments in there. You got a lot of people watching. That's cool.
Yeah, we do. We do.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about doing a podcast ourselves. So, we have the B2B side of our business where we try to, engage with lawyers. And then we have, obviously, the consumer side like you guys do with riders. So we're still kind of trying to figure out if we want to do our own podcast or just support other podcasts.
Well, if you ever want to do one, I'd be more than happy to come on and
thank you.
Talk and
yeah,
definitely, man.
But one thing I do, because someone said something about being, ML, so this should be hopefully informative to motorcycle riders.
Mm-hmm.
If I could provide some value here,
please do. I'll put you in big screen.
No, thank you. So anyone that's tuning in here, if there's two things actually I would say are takeaways, is number one, if God forbid you're ever in an accident, the first call should be to a law firm. Obviously, I'd prefer it to be one of my members, but if not, another qualified firm. The reason being is these firms, and us in particular, have a responsibility to act in your best interest and get you as much compensation as possible, given what's available with insurance, right? To get you, back on your feet, as much as possible. Again, given what kind of insurance is available. When you call your insurance company first, their focus and job is to give you as little as possible, because they are oftentimes publicly traded companies, multinational companies with stockholders, and their incentive is to pay you as little as possible, because it's all about profitability in the bottom line. So am I saying every time you call an insurance company you're going to get a raw deal? No, but I'm going to tell you that more often than not, you're going to get a much better outcome, financially speaking, and healthcare wise, when you call a qualified firm, because we can set you up with the right doctors to get you the care you need. We can also find where there's insurance, both your own insurance and the other party if they have it, and threaten to file suit if they don't want to give the money up that you're entitled to and there's coverage for. So that's number one. So first call a qualified personal injury firm that knows how to represent and accommodate riders. Number two, make sure you call your insurance not your insurance broker, your insurance agent, whomever you buy your insurance from, and find out what your coverage levels are. Many people think they are fully insured or they are covered. That's not generally the case when I talk to people. There's a difference between being legally fully covered and being adequately covered. So the distinction is the amount of coverage you get. So when you call the insurance company or whoever sells insurance, tell them that you want to get as much uninsured and underinsured motorists as possible. I would recommend up to $1 million in coverage if they offer it, or $500,000 if that's the threshold. What that means is if you're on your bike and somebody, God forbid, hits you on your bike and they are deemed responsible, you can then, and they don't, and let's say they only have the minimum or none insurance. They could have no insurance, because a third of the people on the road statistically don't have insurance. So they have no insurance, or they have the state minimums, which vary from state to state from like 15,000 to 30,000. That's nothing when you're injured badly. So they hit you, let's say scenario one, they have no insurance. Your uninsured motorist will now kick in, and we can claim against that. So if you have $500,000 in uninsured, underinsured, and you've got medical bills and lost wages and pain and suffering, we can claim against that. Now, you may not get the full $500,000. It depends on your injuries and other factors, but we can at least get up to that much. Okay. If the other person has only 25,000, once that 25,000 has been fully used, then we can tap into your underinsured for the difference, right? So let's say you've got $100,000 in medical bills, you've been on which can happen easily. You get a hospital ride in a helicopter or an ambulance, you're in the hospital for a week between the medication and all the procedures. I mean, it could be $100,000 easily. So, and you're out of work and you lose all those wages. And so we can now claim again and get you compensation for all that loss and expense if you have uninsured and underinsured motorists. So please get that no matter what you do. Don't cut corners. It's a few hundred extra dollars a year for that uninsured, underinsured motorist. It's the best way for you to help yourself. And I can't tell you how many times people have called us and are like, what do you mean? All I'm getting is 25,000? Well, listen, all the other party had was 25,000 and you didn't have any or enough uninsured, or you had too little. So max out your UM/UIM coverage. Please do that.
Is there a list or anything like that on your website?
Yeah, if you go to our website under resources, you should be able to see all the different types of like all that terminology. Mm-hmm. You can also call like 1-800-LawTigers, and you can say, hey, I have some questions about proper insurance. I have a broker. I mean, I've got insurance for my home, my business, my cars, my motorcycles, my side-by-side. I have the best, I'm always talking about how great this broker is, and she helps people all over the country. But her name is Emily Coriano Insurance, and I have 4 or 5 of my friends now using her. I looked her up on Google, and she had great reviews. But she will shop all the insurance companies and get you the very best rates possible for your circumstances. And it's a lot of work to shop these insurance companies, and she works tirelessly to help me out. And she gets a little bit of commission from the insurance company. But I'm telling you, call like someone that can shop them, or you have to shop, or just shop them yourself. to
Yeah.
get the very best rates you can.
That's funny. I have Geico, and
Yeah.
I was just chatting with them last night to get my bike out of storage.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. And that's people don't realize you get in a motorcycle. There's another little piece of information. You get in a motorcycle accident and the tow yard takes it to a shop. Those shops have the right to charge a daily storage fee.
Mhm.
And if you don't get the bike fixed there, many of them are going to charge you because it's like, why should I? This is their mindset at least. Why should I be storing a bike indefinitely or for months on end when I'm not getting the work? Now, if they get the work, they won't charge you. But we've had clients that, they got in a pretty bad accident. The tow company took it to like a shop, and then it sat for months and months and months because there was issues with the insurance company or whatever. And they get this bill for like $3,000-$4,000, and then oftentimes we can intervene if we have a relationship with the shop and have them either waive it or reduce it. But just be careful with stuff like that. You don't want to get stuck with a huge storage charge for your bike,
Man,
especially if you don't get insurance.
it's the same with cages. Those tow yards it's a racket, man.
Yeah, man.
There are some good ones. We have some good tow partners that tow motorcycles, so I can't disparage them, and they help promote us. But they're not storage. They're just picking up bikes and delivering them to to locations. But,
Yeah, so that I'd be doing. Take that to my house.
yeah. The other thing is we don't charge a fee for helping you with your property damage. So let's say you need your bike repaired or replaced, or you need some gear. We can give you some advice, or if you're having a hard time with the adjuster, your adjuster or the other person's adjuster, we can, call the insurance company and try to lean on them a little bit. And another thing, if you put a lot of here's another thing you should do. If you put a lot of custom parts on your bike, aftermarket parts, make sure that you get aftermarket coverage. Because let's say you buy a bike for 15, 20 grand, you put another 10 or 15 into it, custom paint, custom parts. You're not going to get paid anything more than the replacement value, unless you pay and you have like a stated policy where you pay for the additional. So like I've got a couple bikes that are pretty customized that are 3-4 times more than the replacement value. So I get insurance so that to the replacement value, stated value rather, and I pay more for it. It's not too much, but that way, if the bike gets totaled, the insurance company will pay me not just the base value of the bike, but the value that we agreed upon to get the bike rebuilt or replaced with all the custom parts on it.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. Great advice. Advice.
Just some ins and outs.
Well, Ari, I gotta say, man, it has been such a pleasure to have you on. Please have your assistant reach out to me, and so I can get your digits, and I will keep in contact with you. And we're definitely going to meet. Maybe tip one back.
Love to have a drink and shoot.
I got something here.
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. I've been looking at the drawing here. It says you're going to be drawing on the 16th, which is 2 days.
Okay.
At 11:59 p.m. Arizona time.
Okay.
Now, especially Mountain Standard Time.
Now,
or
if
Mountain
I'm
Time.
getting this right, you're going to notify the winners of the bike and the packages and stuff so that they have time to prepare and ride out on those bikes.
No, you're a good question. So what will happen is as soon as we pick the winners and we notify them, then my understanding is we provide, and again, this is something I've talked to Lionel about. We provide some money to get out there, but I don't know if the bike is necessarily delivered to you prior to Sturgis or it's delivered to you during or after. So I don't know that detail, but I know we do help out with like providing some money for travel there. But I don't know if that's you flying in, you riding in on your bike, or you riding in on the new bike. I don't know that. I don't know those details. Lionel really handles the logistics of getting the prize. I know that when you get there, we do take you around to like Scott Jacobs to get the paint work. We take you to Night Rider. But I don't know if the bike is delivered prior to or at the event or after the event. I'm sorry.
You just give it to me when I meet you, Ari.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
You can make sure you draw my name so I got like 2 brothers I want to be out there with.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's all done randomly, and
right.
It's
hey, bro, I gotta say thank you again for coming on. We appreciate it. Much love and respect for that. We all appreciate what you and your firms do. Lord knows us bikers need lawyers. Shit happens all the time.
We do all the time.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully you don't, but we're there if you do. How's that?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And on your type of law, hopefully none of us do. But you're there
Exactly.
for us if we do.
That's
And
right.
we much love you for that, man. And
Definitely.
it's gonna be a pleasure. Been a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have her give me your digits on Instagram so I can reach out and we'll
Sounds
keep
good.
in contact. All right.
Thanks, guys. Had a pleasure meeting you guys. Had a great time and look forward to
Too.
talking to you in person one of these days.
Absolutely.
Right on. Pleasure.
Thanks,
To
fellas.
meet you.
Thank you. Have a good night, man.
You guys. Take care. All right.
Peace.
Well, that was the LawTigers. What do you think, guys?
Hey, pretty cool, man.
That's flipping awesome, man.
I
Right?
never thought about insurance all that much, but yeah, it's good to think about, I
See,
guess.
Randy, you were talking all this shit about LawTigers. I got my own lawyer, right? But
I
told
do
you.
have my
I
own
told
lawyer,
you.
but
He's a cool. I
but
knew he was going to be a cool cat. LawTigers
yeah.
are legit, bro.
They are.
legit.
Hey,
Legit.
anytime they'll help a biker, man, that's a good thing because it seems like the bikers always get the dirty end of the stick, you know.
Well, you know, we've
At
had in the past homegrown people coming out with Rider Down. We've had,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
people
Yeah,
helping bikers.
Well,
Biker down.
Right?
the lawyer that I
Yeah.
can't remember his name right now, but I used him through Progressive here in Ohio. He got me out of some shit that I
Does
was
he
being
ride?
sued for.
Does he ride?
So, yeah.
Does
It's always a
he
good thing. But my dinner's almost here, so I'm gonna
Hey,
go.
Hey, what are we having there,
All
Jamie?
right. With that, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the
All
show.
right.
I hope it was informative. Seriously, go check your damn insurance because I'm getting ready to do the damn thing. That's
I was
straight
gonna
from
say-
the
Yeah.
law, man.
I was
So-
also gonna say I did up my insurance when I got the new bike and all that. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well,
Did you get an uninsured motorist?
Oh yeah, I have uninsured and
Yeah, I don't know if I got that. I think I need to ask my policy people if I got that, man.
he said to get as much as you possibly can.
Right. I got it on my truck, but I don't have it on the bike, I don't think.
Hey, thanks everybody for being here, and I'll probably see you over on
Yeah, Jamin-
Dr. Harley later.
Jamin's got to go eat. I'll be on Discord in a little bit, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to y'all later.
In response to
peace.
Donna,
Oh.
fuck shit,
Peace.
damn it.
Fuck shit, damn it. There you go. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.